Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a weekly tarot check for March 22nd through March 29th, 2020. So we're going to do a weekly tarot check here for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, you're in the right spot. And I hope you're all doing well. I know this is just a really crazy time with energy all over the place, but we're going to try to align ours the best we can with source energy right here and right now. And I want to thank you all for subscribing, commenting, watching my videos, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and you can hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So next week I'll be back to do an April tarot check for you. So let's go on here with Gemini for the week ahead. Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Gemini. All right, we're going to go day by day. So we've got Sunday here with the Nine of Pentacles. Monday is the Queen of Swords. Tuesday is the Ace of Wands. That's interesting. And Wednesday is the Seven of Swords. Then you've got Thursday, the Page of Wands. Friday is the Hermit. Saturday is the Knight of Wands, and then you end on Sunday with the Ace of Pentacles. Very cool. Now you do have at the bottom of the deck the Six of Swords. This can oftentimes be a travel card. But boy, I like this reading for you. I like the flow of it. I like everything about it. You've got Virgo here. You've got Earth, Air, Fire, and that's about it. Plus, let's see, I said Virgo. You've got two aces. So I do like to see those because those are all about new. They're new opportunities. They are new offerings. So you start off here on Sunday with the Nine of Pentacles. So very nice energy to be in. This is all about abundance and opulence. So if you have had a time, certainly most of our states are quarantined. Schools are out of session, hospitals aren't allowing visits, restaurants are closed, things like that. But you can certainly find other ways. You're not probably spending money like you might have normally been. So for those of us that are still being paid, it can actually be a time of feeling wealthy rather than the scarcity, because you're just not seeing money go out of your account. Gas prices are at an all-time low, and most of us aren't driving anyway. So but I do think, so for some of you, you might be getting online, maybe ordering some things, getting onto Amazon, things like that. For somebody here, I actually think you could be taking on an extra job during this period of working. I mentioned Amazon, working for Amazon or a local retailer that is open and needs extra help. So I feel like money this week is very stable, and it begins and ends there, which I really like. You're not messing around on Monday, though, with the Queen of Swords. I do feel like you may cut out some things that don't serve you. You've got some time right now to look at bills, shore things up, consolidate things where that needs to happen. And you may have a bit of a disagreement with somebody, a verbal altercation, but I don't think you walk away from it feeling sad. It's more of you kind of sitting somebody down and just saying, I don't have the tolerance for this right now. And I don't want it again. I actually had a friend who called me yesterday about a situation where somebody went off on them. A subordinate went off on them at work, and she sent an email to this girl or young woman and her supervisor just saying, look, I want to talk about this because moving forward, I can't have things like that again. And this woman is not trying to get this younger woman fired, but she just has said, I cannot work in an environment where I have somebody yelling at me because they're upset and overwhelmed by their job. And it's that kind of an energy where you kind of put things out there and say, this is how this needs to be. And again, these people are working at home right now, and this stuff is still going on. So this is Tuesday. Love the Ace of Wands. For those of you who are wondering, about this also could be related to this Queen of Swords, by the way, because this is like an olive branch being offered. So if you speak your mind, in Gemini, you're a great communicator. That's one of your gifts. It's one of your strengths. So certainly you're in your power in that Queen of Swords. You have tact. You're not going to come in and, really rip somebody, but you may deliver something that gives them some pause. they will come back with an apology. But I also think for some of you, somebody out there is asking about a relationship and wondering, will we get a second chance? I'm going to tell you the answer to that will be yes. I don't know that it's going to be this week, but it's definitely coming. The only thing you have to be careful with, especially if it's a fire sign, is that it'll start quickly and end quickly. So in terms of going the distance, I don't know, but I do think they're going to come back around. So during this energy, though, by midweek, so about Tuesday, this is like you feel like you could just wave your wand and anything will happen. Like you can just snap your fingers, or like in the show Bewitched, where she wrinkles her nose and things just appear and disappear. You have that kind of personal power this week, midweek especially. Now, you've got the Seven of Swords Wednesday. I do think it's related to the Queen of Swords in there, where this person tries to run around and cover their tracks. They're a bit untrustworthy. They can't really hurt you. You have a more dominant energy, so don't be afraid of them. But know that they scurry around. So if this person offers you an apology, it's fine to accept it, but you don't have to let them in close enough to do it again, right? Next time I'll see it coming. So I do feel like with this energy, it's not you being cheated on or anything like that. It feels more work related, where somebody does something, or a friend, but it definitely feels work related to me, where they're doing something and trying to cover their tracks, and it doesn't work very well, and you don't need to do much more with it, because let the whirling dervishes whirl, okay? Let whirling dervishes whirl, and they will whirl their way right away from your energy, because what is a vibrational match will come to you, and if they are no longer a vibrational match, they will go away. So that was Wednesday. We get into Thursday here with this Page of Wands, and this is all about, I feel like the people around you that have seen this conflict are definitely, I hate to use this, but they're on your side. They want to support you. And I feel like, again, with this Ace of Wands too, you've got a new opportunity with an old love interest. And I think the person comes in rather gingerly. They want to inspire you. They might feel a bit brown-noser-ish, like, okay, they're really sucking up to me, and it doesn't feel as authentic as I might like, but there's something cute about them and fun and attractive, and I like this version of them. I do. I enjoy it. I want to keep them around, and boy, do I feel like I'm channeling somebody right now. It's that kind of energy where you're kind of like, I don't care what other people think. They're fun. They make me laugh, and I just want to have them around right now. So that was Thursday. Friday, we've got Virgo. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. If I didn't, I apologize on that. You've got Virgo energy here, and this is just telling you you're on the right path. So if you have an old flame that comes back and you feel like, yeah, they're cute, they're fun to hang out with, it's kind of lighthearted and fun, you're on the right path is what it's telling you. So again, the Hermit too, it's a 9, so it's like close to the conclusion or culmination of a cycle. So if you've been single for a while, I think that is going to be ending, maybe not completely this week, but you're definitely going to have some indications here that, you've got some interest. So if you've done anything where you've kind of beaten yourself up or been critical of yourself, it's really time to let go. You're beginning to see things a lot clearer too, by the way, Gemini. I think that your powers of analysis have done you well. And now it's like, it's time to have clarity. It's time to find yourself, your direction, and go for it. Go for it all. And with the Knight of Wands here coming up on Saturday, you won't have too much problem with going for it, because the Knight of Wands is a bit arrogant, quite frankly. The Knight of Wands kind of comes racing in, and this is like the kind of energy too of somebody who's like frequently late for meetings and kind of doesn't care. And I do feel like, though, it could be related to that Page of Wands that you have earlier in the week, where they're kind of a risk taker, where maybe they're wanting to take you out and do some things that aren't really recommended right now. But I do think the change with this relationship is going to come on very quickly. Like I said, you know, and that's where you have to be a little careful because it can disappear as quickly as it starts. I think it's going to be, it's kind of a, feels like a chance encounter, but it may not be. This person has probably been watching you for a while, keeping tabs on you for a while, and is interested, but they're just a little bit flighty, I guess, is the feeling I get. They're fun, but they're kind of unreliable. So by Sunday, this is where you've got a big offer. Okay, this is a new resource coming in. I think by Sunday, some of our communities are going to let up on some of the restrictions. Some of the communities that are less affected. I live in the second biggest city in my state, and within, I think, 8 counties surrounding, including my own, we have 8 cases of COVID-19, so not many out of a huge area. And I think that some of the precautions will continue, but I do think some of the restrictions that they put forward in saying, you know, we're going to look at this week by week, I think some of them will be coming back around. It's like I said, you're going to get a new offer for some of you, maybe work related, where this other, you know, kind of difficult energy is removed or displaced in some way, and you pick up some of the, you get a benefit out of it, quite frankly. Sorry, somebody else's loss, maybe your gain here. But I think you're going to have a really nice energy going into April. Again, this is a big offer. You've got a big offer coming through, and it certainly could be this old relationship coming back around, where they've been waiting and watching for a while, and wondering about you. But you're going to have to be clear with them. You use those good communication skills, Gemini, and you will be in good shape. Again, I haven't mentioned much about the 6 of Swords. This certainly can be a travel card. If you have travel plans and you're concerned about those, I do think you're going to be going. If it's within the next, you know, couple weeks to months, like I'm thinking some of you have travel plans the beginning of April, you're not quite sure what to do. I do think you're going to go on that trip. You know, again, for those of us that, not me, I wasn't planning on traveling to Europe, but those of you or whomever has had those plans that have been canceled, you're already a done deal there. If it hasn't been canceled, I guess is what I'm telling you. So this is an Abraham Hicks Ask and It Is Given card. Every subject is 2 subjects, wanted and not wanted. I like this, and it's got a big whale on the front of it. That's really cute. Every subject is really 2 subjects. There is that which you desire and the lack of it. Often, even when you believe you are thinking about something that you desire, you are actually thinking about the exact opposite of what you desire. That can be very true, and that's where we hold off our manifestations. So, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, Gemini, and I'll be back in a week with your monthly April tarot check.